Hello everyone, this is a new series that I will be starting very soon. I just want to ask people maybe 3 questions on what I should do. Should I play Star Wars Empire at War 1 or Star Wars Empire at War Forces of Corruption, as well as doing some mod reviews for Star Wars Empire at War Forces of Corruption? I could play the campaign for the first one and the second one, but that's going to take ages. And the first one is like very, very old, let's just say. And if I up the graphics, the first one lags, but if I up the graphics on the second one, it's fine. Kinda fine. This is like the gold pack of the very, very old game. If I can actually find the date of when it was released. Where is it? Now, the gold pack is pretty good, because you get like, I don't remember what you get from the gold pack, but it is good, because you get both the games in one. Oh, it says here, 5 bonus maps. It doesn't exactly say the date that, like the year that it came out, or the year that it was released, but I actually cannot see it anywhere. So, anyway, well, this is a strategy-based game, and I'm very good at strategy games, and it's kind of good. So, I reckon that for the first look, I will do this first with the campaign of the Empire, and then the Rebels, and then Empire at War Forces of Corruption campaign with Tyler Zahn, which is this man right here. And then after that, I will do mod reviews of the game, like mod showcases. So I have a few mods on Empire Forces of Corruption. So anyway, let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome to Star Wars Empire at War. I decided to do the first one. So anyway, yes, I have turned the music down for copyright purposes because the music is the Star Wars theme, which is the Imperial March. I think the Imperial March. So anyway, I don't know how loud the sound is going to be on this game. So let's try new campaign. Would you like to go through the tutorial? No, I'm not a noob. I think I shall play it easy because I haven't played this in a long time. I've played a lot of Forces of Corruption before, and it's kind of the same thing as Empire at War does. Empire. It's kind of got the same thing as Star Wars Empire at War Forces of Corruption in it. And no, you're not. No, you can't listen to the. Well, I actually cannot play the intro music to this because it's also copyright, if I am correct. I have no idea about the cutscene though. I'm not aware if the cutscene is actually copyright or not. It's not anything from the actual movie of Star Wars if you're a Star Wars fan. It's just like the game's perspective. It doesn't show you a RAL cutscene though, it just shows you an in-game cutscene. So I don't think that's copyright at all. So anyway, just so that's like the little intro there. I don't remember what happens after the intro bit here. I think the camera pans down like normal after the intro and shows like wherever the scene is set in the game, like the actual movie does. But the difference between the game is that it doesn't look like RIL graphics. This is a scene, if I can kind of remember, if anybody remembers the... Oh no, not what I expected. I expected it to be the Star Destroyer shooting down that little ship that Princess Leia was in. Anyway, there's the stormtroopers, there's the Imperial officer standing there.
We've located a small rebel outpost using the nearby abandoned communications tower to receive Imperial transmissions.
Have the rebels detected our presence?
No, my lord. We jammed their sensors and communications before we landed.
I hope that you are not mistaken, Commander. We will eliminate the rebel forces here and discover the identity of the traitor with one swift strike.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got kind of like a task. These are like objectives, but they're the same kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a strategy-based game. I cannot select this guy because he's an AI. I believe he's an AI, and this AI doesn't really do much. He just stands there. So we will be versing computers.
You men follow me.
We'll be versing like basic AI computers again, like me, the player. So
engage them immediately.
These are the AI computers that are a part of the campaign, and they're versing me, which I am the player who's playing the game.
Let's get out of here.
At the moment, you don't know what the whole aspect of the computer versing the player is.
There they are. Blast them.
Cover my approach.
Use Starfighter's force crush ability to quickly destroy enemy vehicles, which is this one right here.
Prepare your men.
Blah blah blah, and now take cover. The ability to take cover is like pretty good with these stormtroopers. It allows them to not take as much damage as they would out of cover. But they go pretty slow if you keep them on take cover. I just used Darth Vader's force push ability. That's pretty good.
It will be done.
We'll back you up.
Now you will know true suffering.
We'll cover you.
Okay, so once I've destroyed this, I have to build something of my own. That's if I actually want. I'm not interested in really building anything of my own, except a back-to-tank or repair station. You don't know what a back-to-tank is, and you've never actually seen, you never actually either played, Star Wars, I think it was Star Wars Commando, which had, like, a Delta Squad in it, as well as, 7, all that. Bear in mind, most of you this day and age should have already played those games, so I can't really get caught for spoilers for that, because that game is very old now. A lot of people still play it, and as well as Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1 had back-to-tanks in them, because they were the normal Star Wars games that had back-to-tanks. And apparently it's just focusing on the stormtroopers instead of Darth Vader itself. Oh wait, now it is. I'd still like it if the back-to-tank could just heal two people in, heal two groups at once instead of just going one person in the group, then the other person in the group, and then the other person in that group. because that takes longer instead of just healing the entire group, which is
The rebels
a
will
lot
see no more
easier.
use from this communications center. Destroy it. It is useless to resist.
Engaging enemy.
I have you now.
Providing backup.
This tank is going to be annoying because they kind of do a lot of damage.
You will not escape this time.
And as you can see, there are a lot of bullets reflecting off Darth Vader. Yes, bullets can reflect off Darth Vader. Well, that's like in it.
Now you will meet your
Bullets can reflect off of Darth Vader, but only for a short time. When he's like not attacking anything, I
as the
think
Emperor
he
will.
will slowly
We'll
take
back you
damage.
up.
As you can see, his health bar is like on a quarter percentage right there. That little bit is just a little bit. So that little bit is just like a little bit darker than it should be. But yeah, that's his quarter health is gone because as you can see, these guys have got full health. So an anti-infantry turret only works good against infantry.
Construction complete.
And the infantry are the rebels,
Prepare to meet your
the rebel foot soldiers.
Right behind you.
And no, the anti-infantry turret does not work good against vehicles, like tanks and stuff.
The communication array is destroyed, Lord Vader.
all too easy. Yes.
We'll cover you.
If I click F6, you can see this portrait here of Darth Vader. And that also saves the game, which is kind of funny.
They will join us or die.
Because normally everything I do on action where it requires me to do like F6 or F8 or F9 ends up doing something to the game because that's the shortcut for a game's thing. And I had a problem once where I was playing Skyrim and I clicked F9 to start the recording for action, and then it loaded up an old save, and I got angry because I didn't
Alert
save
all
the
commands.
other save, which took me ages to get
We
to where I
must
need
take
to be.
down this shield before we attack. Destroy the power source before we advance on the base. They must never leave this planet.
Come on, man, this way.
They will be permanently damaged. Follow and fire at will.
And as you can see, yes, this game is not actually M15, it is M, which is just for a mature audience. It has minimum, or whatever, violence. Where's the box? In case. Yeah, it has medium violence, which is like a little bit lower than like average, a little bit lower than the actual normal violence with blood and gore.
Prepare to die.
Oh crap.
As the
Run, Darth Vader, run! I wasn't even looking. Oh god.
Yes.
Guess what, everyone? I'm
They
gonna
will
fail
join
this
us or
first
die.
campaign. I didn't even realize my
Alert
entire
all
army was gone.
commands.
The best way to do this, if you only have like Darth Vader by himself, is to get him to the nearest back to tank area and heal him up, and then go back and forth like a yo-yo and attack the enemy.
What is it?
I have only managed to do this at least twice. If I get to the shield generator, which is right here, I should get reinforcements as well. Oh, and yes, they also have the old-fashioned landing pad things, which are the reinforcement points.
Secure and fortify that location to bring in reinforcements. Vehicle is nothing against the Force.
So if I can quickly just do this,
Now you will know true suffering.
and this tank is just going to annoy me, because he's just shooting me. If I can get Force Crush back, I can crush that tank. Now, the biggest threat here is not the tank, it's the turret at the moment. The tank's not doing that much damage. It's what I would expect because the tank is not strongest against infantry turrets. This tank isn't, but most of the tanks are strongest against infantry turrets, like Darth Vader and Heroes. So I'm just going to put a back to tank area here. And as soon as I take out the shield generator, which is here, this should fall, like basically power down, which will allow me to get through there. And I should have done that before actually going full bore in there and gunplay them. As you can see, while we're standing here, we're also capturing the landing pad, which will allow us reinforcements, hopefully.
We're landing. Reinforcements. Stand by.
Yeah, what did I tell you? So now we have some reinforcements and we can take out the enemy pretty quickly, hopefully. Now, these little vehicles here are called TIE Maulers. The TIE Maulers have a self-destruct ability
Reporting.
in this.
Affirmative.
Mauler ready.
I only want to really use the self-destruct ability when they're already, like, when they're crowded around, like,
The power generator is down. Finish the rest
when
of
they're
the
crowded
road.
around enemies. Oh, look, they're coming back. The rebels are advancing their forces. The TIE Maulers are just going to kill everything. Now, TIE Maulers, what's good about TIE Maulers is they can run down into this. Oh, wait.
Deploying.
Okay, never mind. They didn't get to run down anything that time.
Your destiny lies with me.
Now, this turret here is going to be a pain. There doesn't seem to be that much of enemies down here, because this is on easy. Had this have been on medium, I would have lost the game. Bear in mind, I haven't played much of this.
Leave nothing alive.
Hello, everybody, and, okay. So, our Time Mauler here is a bit damaged, so I'm just going to go healing technique. And what I wanted to show you is they can run down enemy troops like this if the enemies don't move. Watch this. And this is battle cam, by the way. You can see there's like a little icon inside there with the secret.
Activating. Initiate sweep.
As you saw there, that guy got run over.
What is your directive?
So now this should be way easier than I would normally expect.
Awaiting order.
After that little problem that I had earlier with the whole
Target confirmed.
getting attacked by enemies and other stuff. Oh, and by the way, Star Wars Commando is it's like a pretty good game, very good game. I still have it, except it's on my old Xbox. You remember the old Xbox? It's the first Xbox, I think. First Xbox. It was around the time when Halo 1 came out. Do you know what Halo is?
What? Prepare your men.
But that doesn't really mean that the actual game, Star Wars Commando, came out when Halo came out.
Set your
Came
course.
out
We'll check it out.
a few years after Halo 1 came out.
Roger that.
This is going to be, well, back to the turret.
Ready.
As you can see, these are my troops. And this is the battle cam, by the way. I didn't get to show you this. Battle cam is pretty good. Is that it? Oh no, there's two more.
Form up. There they are.
Charge! Run them all over!
Right away.
Run them over! They're dead.
Your incompetence is troubling. The rebels were clearly alerted to our presence.
My lord, it is likely that the traitor we are hunting may have...
failed me for the last time, Commander. I will be better off without your services. Trooper, did you find anything in your search?
Some of the equipment we found carries pirate insignias. The rebels may be working with them.
They must be trading information on our cargo routes for supplies from the pirates. Reconstruct their communications. They will lead us to the rebellion.
Yes, sir.
We are victorious.
So there we go. We finished our first mission in the campaign. That took a while. So here we are.
My lord, reports are coming in from Fondor that rebel forces have routed our troops and taken control of some local settlements.
This meaningless retaliation only serves to give away their location. Eliminate them quickly and recover any communications you may find in the rubble.
Mission log updated.
Okay, so this is the galactic stage of the game. Like, if you're playing on Galactic Conquest, you'll build up your troops and everything and fleets, and you'll go and invade like other planets first from space and then from the ground to take over the planet. So I'm going to need a very big force for this, because if I remember correctly, this mission was a bit of a pain.
Enlisting.
And yes, I can speed up time. If you're on multiplayer and you're playing Galactic Conquest, you can't do this.
Construction complete. Recruiting soldiers.
I just like to recruit like loads and loads and loads and loads of troopers, because they cost less money and they are a lot easier to train.
Reporting.
Now this is kind of a risk. I wouldn't really recommend anyone to do this. Only if they really aren't sure that they're going to win. Why is this here? This is a glitch. I don't know why this is here. So, anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. It's just going to do this, because this is a risk thing. I recommend that people shouldn't do this, because if this were normal Galactic Conquest, where you were playing against a computer, or something that is not in the campaign, like a multiplayer, people would easily take your planet if you didn't have buildings there. And plus, you would probably be screwed.
Navigating.
So I'm gonna go first for something isn't right here. This is a glitch. That's not meant to happen.
Inputting coordinates.
Yeah, so I have actual footage of a glitch. This here shouldn't actually be here, and I can't really do anything about it. So we'll just have to leave that little fleet area there for the time being. That ship actually isn't registered as there, which is kind of strange.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to invade the planet now.
Invasion commencing.
Fondor. Oh yeah, so this is kind of like the little description thing that it gives you of the planet's information and history and blah blah blah. And plus the rewards you get from actually capturing the planet, I think. Oh look, there's our troops being attacked by more rebels. As you can see, we only have walkers.
Choose your reinforcements.
We can just do this, which is pretty easy.
All too easy.
Now, first thing I'm going to do is just do
Moving out.
land troop
Advancing.
down. Because if you land tanks then, it would be harder for you to... Tanks can't actually capture landing pads, which is what you need.
You may may dispense with the pleasantry.
Oh, and I recommend you get landing pads, not landing pads, build pads, these things are called, and put them for
Turret
infantry,
constructing.
one for
Alert all
infantry and
commands.
the other for, what do you call it, the other for anti-vehicle,
Turret constructing.
and just leave the
Construction
tanks
complete.
behind,
Yes, sir. Advancing.
because you don't really need tanks, but you might need tanks, you might need tanks. I would recommend you just like leave a small force in this area here. But anyway, as you can see,
It will be done.
bang.
Construction complete.
This is kind of like a tutorial walkthrough, which I normally do. I did it for Warcraft, but I had to stop that because I couldn't record it
Right
anymore.
behind you.
Now
For
you
some
will
reason,
know
my
true
recording system
suffering.
didn't want to record it.
You men follow me.
Come
Yeah,
on,
so
man,
this
this
is a
way.
tank.
Will be your
This
tool.
is the Rebel tank, and the Rebel tank is... I didn't get to see what it was weakest against.
Resist.
We'll assist you. Spread out, man.
I have you now.
Bear in mind,
Acknowledge.
if you kill, not kill, destroy the citizen dwelling houses,
Bombing run
I think
available.
hotel,
Bomber standing by.
and basically that will mean that no more citizens, human citizens will come out of the, human civilians will come out of the buildings, which means it will be fine.
Proceeding.
Now you will meet your end.
Affirmative.
Prepare to meet your destiny.
Now there are a lot of rebels here at the moment, so we might need some
You
backup.
are not protected from the dark side.
As you can see, Darth Vader is literally going to die if I'm not careful.
Make ready. They must never leave this planet.
Now we're just surrounded, and I'm going to leave Darth Vader
As you wish.
all the way back, somewhere safe,
Roger.
and let my troopers finish him off. Now I got a turret there, it's an anti-vehicle turret, so that's going to be weak.
There they are.
So while they're focusing on them
Do
at the moment,
not fail me.
I'm going to send my tank in.
Roger
I
that.
might send my tank in.
Blast them. All right, men. Load your weapons.
Now, I recommend you get rid of these rocket troopers because they were really hammy with tanks.
Attack.
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to send Darth Vader back there anyway.
Form up. Fire.
As you can see, not many of my troopers are actually dying that fast because they're in take cover mode. Even though that turret is anti-infantry, I mean, not anti-infantry, it can still do a bit of damage, but not as much.
You presume too much.
Which is why I'm going to get rid of this stupid vehicle here,
I have
and then
you
I'm going
now.
to go after the turret.
You will not
No, Darth
escape
Vader,
this
after the
time.
turret, after the turret. Now, as you can see, we're going to get another bombing run, which I'm going to bomb this area here, and then, where is it? There's another building somewhere here. Well, wherever the other building is.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Bombing
Now, I
run
could simply
available.
just use another bombing run, which I am going to do now. I'm just going to put it along here.
Attack run.
Bear in mind, this doesn't hurt Darth Vader because he's on your side. If you're playing as the Empire, that is.
Found something.
So that bombing run was actually very good. So I'm gonna get a back to tank. My health is low.
Constructing. At maximum unit capacity.
And this time they're sending in more of the
Attack that target.
rebel troopers, which is pretty normal
Construction
for them to be
complete.
doing that.
Squad,
Your
move out.
destiny lies with me.
Now, as you can see, there are quite a lot of them here now, so I'm going to do full strip in the middle of them all.
All to
Now, the civilians are quite weak compared to the normal troopers.
now Now you will meet your end.
They don't do that much damage, and they are very kind of weak.
Copy. Right away, sir.
So I'm just going to flank them all,
Reinforcements cancelled.
and I'm going to put some, I think these are scout troopers.
Maximum unit capacity.
Yeah, they're scout troopers.
Attacking target.
So anyway, the scout troopers are basically fast units. They are
Ready
kind
for
of weak,
recon.
but they're pretty good. So the scout troopers I'm going to use to scout the map and
Gearing
see
up.
what's going on here. And I'll also put it on battle cam just to see what it looks like. From battle cam's perspective, it doesn't really look that good
Ready
at
to
the moment,
move.
because we're in a
Weapons
desert.
ready. Almost there.
Now their
Scanning the
special
area.
ability is to
Watching
drop
for
a
the enemy.
landmine on the ground,
Targeting
which
rebels.
takes a lot of their health out.
Scouting area.
Pretty easily. So we can just like stay here and so basically if the scooter on the scout infantry unit
Bombing
explodes,
run
they will
available.
turn into a
Ready for
infantry unit
orders.
that is able to
What is your
capture
directive?
landing pads.
Commence attack order.
Oh wow, that was well timed, so I didn't really need to
Yes.
actually do that.
I copy.
So we have destroyed the civilians' base. They
Fire
shouldn't
at
be
will.
spawning anymore, and now I have to capture all the land
What?
wing pads and destroy all the rebel units in the area.
They will join us or die. Alert all command.
Awaiting destination.
As you saw just then, that his vehicle exploded, so he's now an infantry trooper.
You may dispense with the pleasantries.
And I now can send more troopers down
Moving out.
to even things up a little bit.
At maximum
Advancing.
unit
We have to
capacity.
advance on their main base, which is just around that here.
They must never leave this planet.
So now,
Yes, sir.
since they're all gone,
Scouting.
I can easily
Lead the
just
way.
do this.
Squad, advance.
I'm going to make this my primary landing pad instead of my secondary landing pad,
What now?
and I'm going to slowly move everything of mine.
We'll check it out.
Now, they expected that I was going to have vehicles, but that was a kind of a stupid move for them. I don't actually have like that many vehicles, but my infantry units can easily destroy these things.
Turret constructed.
And I can make anti-infantry charges that will easily turn the battle around, just in case they want to attack us all. Now, this little thing, this turret here is being a pain. It's destroying my
Engaging
infantry
enemy.
unit that they really can
Construction
improve.
complete. Bombing run available.
I was going to do this ability. This ability is an area barrage.
On my way.
That sprays like loads and loads of bullets all over the place.
Turret constructed.
Kinda useful,
Acknowledged.
but not that useful.
Awaiting orders.
By the way, if you want, I can up the graphics a bit.
Bombers at the ready. Target acquired.
There they are.
Commence
Construction
attack run.
complete.
Do not fail me.
So, as you can see, basically at the moment we have a big enough force to take out their entire base. If you didn't have any limits to this, I would basically build loads and loads and
Always
loads of
ready,
units.
sir. Enemy sighted.
I think there's a mod that allows you to do that, but I'm not sure what the mod's called.
Enemy spotted.
Blast them.
Hostiles. Attack.
I know there's a mod for Star Wars Forces of Corruption that allows you to make the Eclipse. I still don't know what that
Turret
that
constructed.
mod name is called.
Fire.
Attack.
Yeah, great. They're trying to flank us as well while we're doing this. It's
Construction
not
complete.
part of my plan.
Unit destroyed.
Open fire.
Avoiding fire.
Attack that target.
So we're pretty much
Attacking target. On the way.
safe from them because they don't have a big enough unit force to attack us all.
Attacking.
Construction complete.
On the move.
Now I'm about to use the special
Scouting
ability, which
area.
is kind of good.
Proceeding.
Let's go. On the way.
The aerial barrage, you'll see
Concentrating
it right now, which
firepower.
is pretty good. Watch this. They're all on area barrage.
Targeting.
As you can see, there's like loads and loads of bullets moving around. That's what area barrage does. Or barrage or barrage? I think it's called barrage or barrage. Barrage area, I think. Not very good with my pronunciations today,
Firing. Engaging
considering I just
Open
woke up.
fire.
Bombing run available.
Only like about a few minutes ago. Oh yeah, so this I'll just
Ready to receive
skip
orders.
the whole thing of attacking this with my army
Attack that
and bomb
target.
it. And this is what the battle can look like from an
Commence
aerial
attack run.
perspective when you do the bombing run.
The enemy has been defeated.
And if basically the bombing run could hurt everyone, those troopers would have just walked straight into the bomb.
Planetary control achieved.
So there you have it.
Our has been subjugated. Have you intercepted any information about our traitor?
We have deciphered encoded transmissions, which were redirected several times, but eventually routed to Ilum.
The pirate's den, no doubt. Send a probe droid to confirm this infestation.
Yes, sir.
Mission log updated.
So yeah, this is going to be a spoiler, basically. For most of you that probably haven't watched The Empire Strikes Back, the Empire sends a probe
Unit
droid
in
to
production.
Hoth, and yes, Hoth is in this game. Hoth is right there. And the probe droid is just merely a spy droid. Mainly a spy droid. I'm going to just save. By clicking F6. And clicking F6 again. So this is what happens when you do a probe droid. Oh, and Battlecam also works for this. As
The
you can
probe
see.
droid has pinpointed what we believe to be the pirate base. It is in a dense asteroid field with a heavy layered defense.
Contact the bounty hunter, Boba Fett.
Yes, Lord Vader.
Okay, so
What do you need?
The Empire is willing to pay a considerable fee for disposing of defenses orbiting Ilum.
Is my target one of the filthy pirates in that sector?
Your target is the defenses. The Imperial fleet will take care of the rest.
If there's no target, there's no deal.
Do not overestimate your value to the Empire, Fett, but your services are required here. Our target is the pirate leader, and he will be taken alive.
Reporting.
Mission log updated.
Reporting. Reporting.
okay, so I have to build a fleet now.
Unit in production.
Oh, and this is the mission log thing that you get in the campaign. It's pretty much different from the old. It's pretty much different from Star Wars Forces of
Crews are
Corruption because
online.